Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
What are we going to talk about?
I have no idea.
What do you want to talk about?
I'm open up with anything.
We're going live on Facebook? Whoa.
Going live.
Facebook Live.
Wow.
Not even MySpace?
No.
MySpace Live?
No.
Okay. We're live.
We're live.
Yeah.
Live.
You feeling good? How you feel?
I feel a little nervous, but
What's making you nervous?
I don't know what you're going to ask me, so I'm not like prepared. I like to be prepared.
I'm not prepared either. So I think that makes two of us. We got Britzy, camera operating. Shout out to my wife. And we got Marco in the corner laughing over there.
What's up?
And we got the one and only Melissa. Everybody welcome Melissa Yebra.
Everybody, hi.
Hi. A little clap moment.
You're making, oh my goodness, I'm making,
A little clap
I'm
moment.
nervous.
Are you really?
Look, touch my like hand, like for real. I'm sweating.
Yeah.
I'm so nervous.
You'll be good.
You'll be good.
Wow.
I don't even know what I'm going to ask you, but we're just going to go with the flow.
Okay.
Let's just have this conversation. And you've been breaking your neck for the past 30 minutes. Okay.
Thanks for putting me on the spot right now.
You feeling good? You doing good?
Yes.
What you been up to? How you been?
I'm doing good. Staying busy. Working.
Working?
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
I work for the hospital here in Northeast Georgia.
Okay.
I work in the Department of Medical Records.
This is legit. I feel like this is going to be a good episode.
I'm a little nervous. I'm not really used to this. So it's out of my comfort zone. So
Yeah, this is unplanned. So Melissa went to a baby shower
I did.
and dropped
Shout out
off.
to Lexi and Juan.
Shout out.
Shout out.
And they left Louie here. So we were dog sitting, or really Daisy having the time of her life. So yeah, they have a really good time together. And yeah, this was unplanned. We're just gonna see where this conversation goes, where it takes us, and let's get a little deep. Deeptox, where we can deep talk and detox from Deeptox.
Wow.
That's kidding. Yeah, so you work at the hospital,
I do. Medical Records and
Medical
Corporate
Records.
Plaza. Yes.
but you work for Northeast.
Correct.
How long have you been doing that?
Actually, November 10th will be 5 years. Yeah, with the
5
organization.
years.
Yeah, with Medical Records a year.
You've been in the same department?
No, I been transferring. I think this is my third transfer.
Oh, that's right. You started as
Secretary
and then you were
in the mail
you would
room.
deliver, right?
In the mail room. I was first a secretary and employee help, and then I transfer over to the mail room.
Yeah.
And then now I'm currently in Medical Records.
Medical. And how does that transition been?
It's really different because you're literally like the whole day you're in 2 monitors, just on screen, 8 hours, full 8 hours. So it's very different.
There's a little story time. So when Britzy and I had Abel, you actually was this tied up with your work, or did you? How did you blessed us with a really nice meal? I remember that.
Right, I remember that.
Were you working in that department at the time, or?
What do you mean in the department?
I remember you were like.
Oh, I was in the mailroom. Yeah, I was
in the mailroom.
Yeah,
There you
they're
go.
really flexible there. Really, I mean, I got my work done.
Yeah.
One night, and I had spare time, so I'd go check up on you guys, and then.
Yeah, you were all over the place.
Yeah, I know the whole hospital, like everywhere. I mean, I walked like maybe 5 miles a day, just running around the mailroom.
And are you running around now?
Oh no, I'm sitting the whole day, 8 hours. It's different. It's very different. I'm not used to it.
So 5 years, congrats.
Thank you.
That's incredible consistency. What are your plans? What are your future? What are your dreams, aspiration? What are you trying to do?
Honestly,
Are you trying to stay in the medical field, or are you trying?
That's my goal. Yeah, I really want to stay in it. I mean, I invested 5 years. I think I want to stay where I'm at, but I'm not sure exactly what area I want to work at. I'm still trying to figure that out.
What pushes you to want to pursue the medical field? What's the reason behind that?
You really don't see a lot of Hispanics, Latinos, up there and higher up positions, and I eventually one day would like to be.
Where are you trying to?
I don't know exactly. I really don't know. I could not answer that right now, but somewhere in the healthcare management for sure.
Where do you see yourself?
I could be. I mean, I'm able to get where I want to be. It's just the mindset. So wherever I want to go, I'm gonna achieve it. Just gotta work hard and be consistent.
I wanted to ask you to give the viewers 3 interesting facts about yourself. I'm adjusting my audio.
Okay.
3 interesting facts about yourself that people don't know.
I'm the oldest of 5. A lot of people don't know I'm the oldest of 5.
How old are you?
I am 23 years
23.
old. Correct. I'm 23. What else? I'm currently divorced. I got divorced October 21st. Got married at 19. And divorced at 23. And what else? Another third one. I don't know the third one. I have a dog. I got Louie. My dream dog.
Golden Doodle?
My dream dog. Finally got him. Thanks to you guys.
Something about having a dream dog.
That was my dream dog.
I've always had a dream dog.
Yeah. Finally got my dream dog. It's like
same. And we got their siblings, so that's cool that they get to stay connected for the rest of
their lives.
Yeah. And so you mentioned that, and I don't know how detailed you want to get or if you even want to take it that route, but something that stood out to me was you mentioned that you recently were going through a divorce.
That's correct.
How has that been? How has that affected you? And how does it look like?
It was different. It was something really unexpected. I think everyone got caught off guard. But just we weren't equally yoked. So he went his own way, I went my own way, and it affected me mentally. Till now, I do have trust issues. Mentally, it did hit me hard. Abandonment hit me hard. But I'm coping it very well now. Louis keeps me occupied.
Yeah.
So he made a huge impact.
How are you coping with it? What are some things that you're doing to help you get through that?
I started working out a lot. Starting healthier, but now I haven't really been doing so great, but I'm getting back to it. I told myself I'm going to get back where I was. And I had a trainer. She was amazing. Shout out to Crystal. But it's just, just trying to work out, eat healthy, go out and explore, meet new people. Just enjoy myself, really find my own identity again. Because I did lose my identity a lot in that marriage. And now that I, finally let it go, it feels good. I'm happy. I don't regret it. I don't regret getting married. I don't regret getting divorced. Who wants a divorce, Nobody. I never believed in divorce. I didn't want to get a divorce. I fought for it. And that's, I'm happy to say I fought for not my divorce, but my marriage, I'm sorry. And now I'm finally I feel good about myself. The confidence I didn't have, that throughout the separation, I didn't have no confidence. My self-esteem went down. I am doing that a lot.
Good.
Sorry.
Good.
But now I feel really good. I feel proud of myself because, not many people can do that, what I did.
Yeah.
People have that habit of staying in that marriage. It wasn't going to be the same. But I'm happy what I did. I'm really, really happy. I feel so much better.
In what way?
I feel like I could now, whatever God permits, if I get into another relationship later on, I think I would be more... I know what marriage is like now. I know what it takes. I have that experience. And maybe my next partner will never been married or maybe divorced or has children. I'm really good with kids. I have no issue with kids, but, it'll work out. I'm sure the next one I get married with is going to be to stick for forever. Yeah.
How has that affected you mentally or in the in the family? Because in a Hispanic culture, divorce is a pretty low. What's the word? It's
hardly rare. I mean, for me, it was rare because I never seen my parents. My family you really don't see that. So for me, it was different. I'm oh my gosh, I'm the first one I think in my family to separate and actually legally do it because se separan and they don't even come back, or they do eventually within years. But for me, it was I had to do it. I that was the right thing to do for both of us. It was the best thing we could do for both.
What would you say to the viewers that are going through a similar situation to cope with a divorce? Or
honestly, don't run for advice. Like, really just take, I mean, I'm not saying not to take advice from people, but make sure you know who you talk to. Because some people tell you to do stuff just to do it, just because.
Yeah.
They don't really know what you're going through. No one can really understand what you're going through. Absolutely nobody. It's just you. They could be there with you. They could listen you out and everything, but they can't tell you what to do. And I did not mistake to run to people that I trusted. And I thought they were there for me. And I had a lot of people that were there. And then in the last minute, when I was getting divorced, they just kind of like went their own way. And I respected that. I'm not a person that's going to go back and ask you for favors or, hey, I need your help. But if they need me, I'll be there. And mentally, it really did. It drained me seeing those people that walked out and weren't there in the end. But now they look at me, they're like, oh my gosh, she finally did it. And so.
But it hurts.
It hurts. Yeah, it hurts.
Yeah.
It's really sad. You don't know who your true friends are, who are real with you and tell you por tu bien, hey, do it. But then yo misma, like, it took me a year to decide for a divorce. So I think that's perfectly fine. There's not an issue taking your time to really think about it. Because if you want to fight for it, you'll fight for it. And I did everything I could. And his mindset wasn't in mine. Like, we were just, like I said, not equally yoked.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm not here to throw stones or say anything. At the end of the day, only you guys know what y'all went through. But really, the overall purpose of this is to help encourage people that have gone through divorce and, just be a light, because these are conversations that you don't really talk about. And it's always good to hear it from someone that
actually went through it.
Yeah, went through it. How has that affected you with your relationship with God and divorce in the picture? Has that changed your mind about God?
No, it hasn't really changed my mind about God, but I did keep kind of like questioning God, like, why?
What questions did you have?
Like, is this really meant to be? Like, is this really what you want me to? Like, divorce, because I'd never believe in divorce. Like, that was something like I would never like want in my life. And I was like, why are you doing this to me? Why? But no, it makes sense. Everything now that, that I've been through, everything that had happened, it all made sense. Because it was not meant to be. So I just had to suck it up and move on.
In the season you're in now, have you found yourself closer to God or further?
Further.
Further? In what way?
I mean, COVID too, COVID kind of, all this, I was into church and everything, and I kind of just distanced myself, I just went, I didn't turn my back to God. I always have it in my mind, don't get me wrong, but it's just, I kind of just a part of myself a little, like, okay, well, I'm going to go explore. I did explore, but it's just not in a bad way neither, but like, go out, meet new people, and, like, typical
just
person.
Different.
Yeah, something different. Out of my comfort zone, because I was just, always home or in the soccer field and whatnot, but because I never did anything for myself. So I actually just went out there hiking with you guys, get out there more. That's about it, really. But with God, yeah, it's.
Or would you say that you're angry with God?
I'm not angry. I'm actually really thankful. I'm really thankful because I did not want to stay in that. Like, now that I know what had happened and analyzed everything, I think I'm happy. I don't think I'm happy. I'm actually happy that I got out where I was at, because that was just bad. It was horrible. But now it's really good. I'm doing good. I'm doing very, very good.
How do you balance, like, are you filtering, like doing all, like hiking and this, is that you filtering the pain? Or is that you?
It's like therapy. Not like, no, like, I can never filter anything. I'm just bluntly honest. Like, if you have people that know me, I'm like, hey, this is how I like this stuff. I don't like that. And I'll just, if people People want to talk to me, talk to me. If not, it's cool. I'm gonna be
honest with you, Melissa. I feel like, I don't know why I feel led to, this is the third time I bring it up, but I feel like you are angry with God.
You think so?
Yeah. It might be unconsciously, but it's a disappointment. I feel like you feel forgotten in a way. I don't know why I feel that way.
Forgotten, like how? Like forgotten? Specify.
Like left behind.
No, I really don't. I really, really don't. Like I feel like more like God's like, hey, it's gonna be okay. Comforting me, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't feel, I'm not angry with God. Maybe I do question him, but it's just different. Like, it's not like, why? Why me? Why me? Because I know I was a good wife. He was a good husband. He was. I'm not talking about anything about him. He was an amazing husband. Don't get me wrong. He's a good guy. We ended in good terms. Like, you know, we communicate when we have to or when we did. But no, I'm not. I don't think I know that I'm not upset with God. I'm really not.
So why are you running from God?
I don't know. I mean, why am I running from God? That's really deep. The only excuse I have, honestly, and it shouldn't be an excuse, is COVID. Because I know I can be connected through social media. I know I could be, now especially, I could go in person.
But it's not the same.
It's
Even
not
though,
the same.
like, you can do it online,
Yeah.
it's not the same.
I'd rather be in person.
We can't depend on just the building, but at the same time, it's not the same from home.
Right.
So
living on my own, too.
So I do think that COVID exposed a lot of people's relationship with God.
Yeah. Yeah.
And really exposed where you're truly at.
Yeah,
with
spiritually.
God.
Yeah.
Spiritually.
Yeah. Definitely.
So that's what I mean by why are you running from God? We always run for a reason, like there's always a reason. It comes from hurt, anger, embarrassment, disappointment.
I think it's embarrassment. Honestly, you know what? It's embarrassment. I really, because everyone saw that perfect marriage, or, you know, through photos, through, you know, social media or whatever. Yeah, like, I did feel embarrassed. I feel embarrassed to say, I'm divorced at 23. Like, you know, people look at me now, it's like, you know, I'm actually smiling when I say it, and they're like, why is she smiling? She just got divorced last week, and people ask me in public, oh, you look so young, and how old are you? Like, are you dating anyone or something? I'm like, no, I'm actually divorced. They're like, look at me like, what? And I'm like, why is she smiling? You know, I just got divorced last week. No, the 21st. 21st of October. I got divorced recently. Yeah. And so they look at me kind of like, and then I'm just like, oh, they probably think I'm like crazy or something for laughing or smiling, like, I don't even you. But
I got an honest question. Is it just as expensive to divorce?
No.
For the viewers that are out there that are going through this.
No, I mean, me and his name is Arnold. Yeah.
Oh, we're going.
Yeah, he's cool. He's not. We're in good grounds. Like, we're not like. He knows.
Okay.
We're good. I promise. We're good.
Okay.
It's Arnold. His name's Arnold. I'm not saying last name, but
so you guys are.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're good. Like, I mean, there's nothing that.
Good terms.
Good terms. Yeah, we did. We had.
How did y'all manage to do that?
I have no idea. No. He's actually really cool. He's not a bad person. He's a very nice guy. How did
y'all manage to still?
I don't know.
After.
I mean, we did bump heads here and there, but then, you know, we're like, you know, cada quien, you know. Thank you for everything.
So, like, when people divorce and they have kids.
Oh, it's different.
It's a lot different,
it's
right?
Different.
But I feel like you not having kids in the middle, there's no need to have a connection.
No.
And even though y'all don't have kids, y'all still, I think it's interesting that y'all still manage to keep that good term.
Yeah, like I'm very close to his sister. Like, we're so close. even we talk all the time. Like, she's my sister. Like, she was there for me through everything, through the beginning. She was there, and like, you know, that's just that bond. Like, his mom too, we communicate, but not as much as we used to. I'm more kind of like pushy with her and with respect and everything, but I do communicate with them. And like us not having kids, that's I hate to say this because I feel like I sound very selfish, but thank God we didn't have kids, because I've seen people struggle, like divorcing and custody of the kids, and I could not do it. I could not. That would be too much, because you're tied to this person for the rest of your life.
Yeah, for sure.
And I have the option to disconnect with his sisters, but it's out of respect. Like, whomever I'm with, you better be okay with me communicating with his sister and his mom. Like, I don't think there's an issue. Like, the problem is between me and Arnold, or you know, whatever we had. That was between us two. Like, other his family or whomever. Like, I know a lot of friends of Arnold don't talk to me, or vice versa. I don't talk to them, and I'm not like that. Like, I'm not a person just because you have conflict with so and so, I'm gonna have conflict with you because of you have conflict with my buddy. No, I'm not like that.
Do you ever get those thoughts, or like reminiscing about certain things that were prophesied to y'all, and like does the enemy try to manipulate that and give you a negative perspective?
No, like there wasn't really much prophesied for us two together. It was always him. Like, you're gonna be an evangelist. And me, Pastor Franklin once, he looked at me in the eye, he told me going through the whole process, even I think it was 2 years ago, at Divine with Britzy. He looked at me, not 2 years ago, last year actually. He looked at me, he told me, like, God's gonna work. He's gonna move mountains that you could not move. And now I'm like, okay, makes sense now. And eventually, you know, like this is something I've been wanting to do. Open up, because it's not. I'm not the first person, nor the last person to go through this. And sometimes you feel like you're alone. You're stuck alone, but you're not. There's so many people there that are going through it too, but just don't know what to do. Like, they don't know who to run to. They don't know who to speak to, and you just kind of like leave it all in. It took me 3 months to open up to somebody. If I can ask, who was that you opened up to? It was Vanessa Chavez. Shout out to Vanessa. It was her I opened up to. Yeah. Shout out to her. She helped me out a lot. I'm sure she did. What makes me really sad is how now marriage has became kind of like just a regular thing. So it's almost like marriage has become like dating. Yeah. So we'll be like, oh, they got divorced. I was like, yeah. And then it's just like a normal thing now. And before, like, even just hearing that, like, was the worst thing ever. And it's scary to think that the population is increasing for sure. Divorcing, yeah. I'm glad you came on here, because I believe there's people watching that are going through something similar. And I hope that this video just randomly popped up on their... Yeah, hopefully. And maybe you can say a few more things to encourage. Yeah. Just, you know, make sure you know who you opening up to, because sometimes those people just tell you, hey, get a divorce immediately. Get a divorce. Get it. Just, he's gonna mess up, or I'm gonna mess up. You know, just... Let it go. And I think that's not what I wanted to hear. I wanted to hear more like, hey, just, you know, pray about it more. Take it easy. Take the time to really think about it. Just not to push me. Do not push or pressure people to do something just because of something, you know, whatever conflict's going on. And usually it'd be the single people that try to give married people advice. No, don't ever go to single people ever, honestly. Ever. Never. Don't do it. Or even, not even just single people that are people in a relationship. A marriage is a totally different level. Period. It's a covenant. Yeah. Me and Britzy come from divorced families. Both sides of the family were divorced. And
yeah, you don't. When we first got together, that's what a lot of people, say, like, oh, they don't come from. They don't come from that.
They assume immediately, yeah, guys are not gonna last. That's not good to say.
Yeah.
No, you don't do that.
And I think we definitely don't have that background, or my parents didn't stay together. Her parents didn't stay together.
It's like a chain, Yeah. It's like a chain.
But not having, or
you guys not having to divorce, or
or seeing my parents divorce.
Okay.
Allowed me to see that I don't want that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like a chain, really. It's like a chain. You guys are going to break that chain. You guys are going to end up together forever and ever.
Yeah, and we had, and having Jesus in the center is
always
very important.
That's something, definitely. Always have to. And like even me later on, like, if I decide to date or whatever, that's something I look forward to. Like, if this person knows God, I'm happy, I'm down. If they're willing to learn, if they don't know, I'm willing to teach them what knowledge I have. We can learn together, we can grow together. So that's just something so important too. And
when you were going through it in the early stages on your problems, were you praying? Were you talking to God?
Oh yeah, I was fasting. I was praying. I was reading my Bible. I had Arnold's mom come over and pray over the home, and like it was hardcore. We're fighting for it. We were both fighting. She's a woman of faith, very strong woman of faith. I look up to her. She helped me out a lot when I was barely introduced. And she's a woman that really helped me. And this is really important. And surround yourself with people that have that same mindset, that are believers, or, I'm not saying just believers, but just people that will encourage you to keep fighting and for God. Your limits. Everyone knows their limits. So it's just surrounding yourself with the right people and the right crowd always.
And how did that shift though? Like being strong in prayer, fasting, would you say that you heard God speak to you, or were like the harder, because like there's moments where I go so hard in praying and like I'm all in, but my frustration is when I can't hear God in those moments. How was it for you?
It was hard. I feel like he forgot about me.
In what way?
I don't think I honestly feel like he forgot about me. I just feel like, God, orange. I was getting frustrated with him.
No, I feel like you forget. You feel like he did forget about you. Sometimes, but then I think to myself, like, okay, I know it's not gonna be like night, overnight kind of thing. I guess I wasn't being patient enough. I was being stubborn with myself too, because I'm a very stubborn person. So that's an issue I have, and I just kind of wanted my marriage to be fixed like this, and it wasn't like that. Because look at it now, it's like I'm divorced. It's not. It wasn't meant to be, and I forgotten. Yes, I could say, I did feel like he just kind of I saw everyone else getting married or having their kids. I'm like, dang, that should have been me too. You see the social media stuff, and it gets to you too, and it's like, dang, oh my gosh, that should have been me having a kid, or why can't I have a kid? In what way did it get to you?
In what way? Like what?
Social media,
social media. It got me really bad.
In what way?
Just seeing everyone, with their couple, or being proposed and then being married a year later and still happy, or just made me feel like, dang, why can't I have that?
That's what social media portrays. That's what
social media
highlight reel.
That's being real, raw, honest.
Highlight reel, where we're always posting the pretty.
That's right.
The well put, the happy go lucky.
That's right.
And you got to be careful with that.
Oh yeah. Well, I learned my lesson.
Play the compare game.
I learned my lesson for sure.
Comparison game. Okay, so my question to you is, what is the biggest misconception that people have of you?
That I'm a mean person. I have.
People think you're a mean person?
People think
what?
I'm mean, or
no.
I have that intimidated look, and
I never. Did you think that, Brett?
No.
Brett.
I'm low melly, so I know.
What's different?
Did you think that? For real?
He really thought I was like mean and like not
What?
mean, not
There's
mean,
no
but
way
like
people think you're mean.
Yeah, he felt intimidated by me.
What?
Yeah, he really did. When he first met me, he was like, "Oh my gosh, never have I ever met a girl like you, like very like a 23-year-old." I'm 23. I'm very mature for my age too. Remember that.
You say you're very mature for your age?
Yeah. I mean, I'm the oldest of 5. I didn't have a choice. I had to mature. In a Hispanic household, you have to, as a girl.
Was pressure applied?
Oh, heck yeah.
In what way?
Oh, in what way? I mean, they, just, come on now, we're Hispanics. Being the oldest it's always that, like, you have to do everything right because your siblings are looking up to you. Like, I had to. And especially me being a girl. A female, like it's hard. It's tough being the female oldest. Really, really hard.
What's the age gap from you and?
Okay, so Nada, she's 18. George is 16. Wendy just turned 14, and I have a 6-year-old brother.
Oh dang.
No, he's 7. Sorry, he's 7. He just turned 7 in October. Yeah.
Oh dang.
Yeah. So I have a lot of little ones, and it's hard.
Mm-hmm. So you had to grow up at a young age.
Yeah, I started working. I was 15. The flea market, Jefferson Flea Market.
The flea market.
Yep, that's where I started working.
Didn't you work with
Michoacana? I actually started there at 16. With Michoacana. Shout out to Priscilla, Edgar, and Jasmine.
Hey, yes, shout out to them.
Check it out, Michoacana.
Check it out, Michoacana, Atlanta Highway.
There's 3 shops in Gainesville.
There's 3 shops.
And there's 1 in North Cross.
You're not working there anymore, are you?
I'm not.
You had like 2, 3 jobs, 4 jobs?
Yeah, I did. I'm a hard worker. I need to humble myself and just take it easy and lay back.
Is that why you left Michoacana?
Well, not really. It was kind of COVID. I was like...
COVID.
Yeah, I was working for the hospital. I was actually going into the patient's area, and I just want to be precaution.
Mm-hmm.
So I stopped working at the Michoacana for that reason. Are you hungry?
No. It was the ginger ale. Okay, so you caught me by surprise because I not once ever thought people would think that you were a mean person.
Yeah, maybe not me, but very intimidated. Like I'm just kind of like serious. What's that word they say? They have
serious. I don't see it one bit.
Because you know me now, like before.
But even before.
Really?
Yeah, because you were always like really happy. You were this person that was involved in everything.
Yeah, I mean I had to be involved. I mean I like that. I like helping people.
Because you're a 2. Enneagram. Y'all need to check that book out. Enneagram.
The Road Back to You.
The Road Back to You.
Yes, it's really good.
Yeah. You like to help people.
I do.
But deep inside, you're screaming for help. Mm-hmm. So you do it with great intentions. You do it with fullness, heart, joy. Mm-hmm. But deep inside, you're screaming that
help.
You get help.
Yeah.
What keeps you motivated to help others? Because you do a lot.
I do. It feels good to know people appreciate you. That thank you.
But who taught you that?
My mom.
Your mom? So you said it feels good to... We don't got tissues.
Why do you make me cry, Alfredo?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that was not my intention.
It's good. My mom.
Yeah.
I am the woman I am because I'm a mom. Mm-hmm.
What has your mom taught you?
A lot. And not just her, but so many other women too. And, I've seen my mom suffer. I've seen, anyone. I mean, just any like if like you guys too. Like y'all taught me a lot. Yeah. It's just different. It's a different like relationship we have, friendship we have. It's different. I've just always been like this. Like ever since I was little. Like even in school, like I was willing to give up my lunch for someone like I didn't see how. Like I just saw they were like hungrier, you know, like they would ask like, "Here, are you gonna eat them?" I'm like, "Oh, here." I was hungry, but I was like, "Oh, here, take it. It's fine." I'm just that type of person. Like I've always been
the helper.
Yeah, I've always been like that my whole life.
I can agree. Britzy can agree.
People that really know me, like they know, like even if I'm tired, like for example, you guys, you know how Abel was in the hospital, like every Friday. Remember, I would go every Friday, even though I was draining. I was like, oh my goodness, I have to go. That was just like I needed to, not because I wanted your attention. I told this to y'all many times. Like I don't do it. It's just I have to do it because it makes me feel better about myself. It just makes me like I feel like I have to do it just so I can feel better. Like I don't know what it is, but it's just something that I have to do. Like I have to do it. It brings peace to me. Like it's like, oh, I can go to bed like, oh, I helped this person today and I felt good. Like today, for example, I was at Sam's with my mom and I saw an elder, you know, carrying those big packages of water bottles. I'm like, hey, do you need help? He's like, no, I got it, honey. Like, I was like, are you sure? Like, it bugged me that he said no to me because I saw him struggling. I'm like, you know, like, I got like anxiety of it. But he's like, thank you so much for just for him to come back to me and tell me thank you. Like, thank you so much for you willing to help me out. Like, even though I told you that I hadn't. His wife, so sweet too. She was like, oh, thank you for thinking about us. Like, you know, we need more people like you. And that made me like, wow. Like, I paused for a minute. And my mom was just like, well, you're such a good woman. And it just, you know, that's why I brought the tears because, you know, just that memory that I had today, that encounter. She's like, wow, you're such a good woman. I'm like, yeah, I am who I am because of you. You taught me how to be the woman I am and how to respect myself and value myself. And, you know, because she saw me. She was one, too, that saw me through my divorce. She's one that always told me, like, I'm going to be here regardless. Like, I'm going to support you, be there for you. My dad, too, but my dad's more kind of like we're not that as close, but my mom and I, it's just this bond we have. But I'm a mama's girl, all the way.
All the way.
All the way. But yeah, that's what happened today. And that's why I started tearing up, because it's like my mom. I love my mom so much. I don't know. I can't live without her.
I will say that your kindness does get overlooked sometimes.
Yeah, people take advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, people take advantage.
How do you have boundaries? How do you how has that been? Because when you are this person, people do take advantage.
Oh yeah, they do.
And I'm sure people have almost made fun of who, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. People, oh, Millie would do it. Oh, let's get Millie to do it. I've heard it. I've experienced it. And I mean, it did bother me a lot, but I just kind of just like, you know what? If no one's going to do it, then I'm going to do it. It don't bother me, but it does bother me. Because it's like, dang, why can't y'all do it? Like, if I can do it, why can't you do it? Step it up a little bit. But not everyone doesn't want to. Just don't have that heart to do it. That's the thing. If you're not going to do it, don't with heart or con cariño or, you know, without love or whatever, don't do it then. I got it. And
yeah.
That's where I'm going. But it makes me mad because other people are asking for it specifically from their hands, from whatever they need or whatever, but they don't want to do it. And they run to me, and it's like, they know I'll do it, and I'll do it with love, even though I'm mad at this. I'm not mad at this person. I'm just like, really, dude? Like, you can't do it? It was that simple, like what I just did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You never lose by giving.
Exactly. Never.
Even when people have malicious like judgment or make comments.
Yeah.
Oh, Melly will do it. At the end of the day, you're doing it with great intentions.
No, yeah.
And so, speaking about helping, who helps Melissa when she needs help? Because you help a lot of people. Who helps you?
I wouldn't ask for help.
Why?
I don't know.
I feel like you stuff a lot.
I really do.
And you have to
Loosen up, but I just can't. I've always been like that. I've always been like, personally, it took me 3 months to open up to somebody, and my mom found out through Arnold. Like, I didn't even get to tell my mom, and it's just like I don't like my mom worrying or my parents worrying about me. Like, I don't that causes me stress, anxiety, knowing my mom's worrying about me, or just anyone thinking like, oh, like even through the whole process, people would ask me, hey, do you need anything? Because we separated and I was living on my own, and people would be like, hey, do you need anything? And I'll be like, no, I'm fine. But in the back of my head, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have this bill to pay. I'm like, I don't have the money. What am I going to do? And that's why I started working at Target. I started working at Micho, not Micho, La Mejor de Michoacana, should I say.
Micho,
and and that's why I started working like crazy. Like, I was like keeping my mind off things. And maybe from there I could just pay whatever I needed to pay, I mean, I had to get a loan. I had to get, so I was struggling, guys. Like, it was hard. And I didn't, me daba pena. Like, I was so embarrassed to ask for help. And I was just scared. I'm like, no, like, I don't like people investing in me. I've always been so independent, especially now. Because Marco, like, I get so ticked off if he doesn't let me pay for something, like for dinner. I'm like, hey, I'll pay. He'll be like, no, we were both so stubborn, and we're like fighting there, literally fighting with a waitress. But it's just me. Like, I like to give. That's just how I show love to people, and I don't feel like I don't deserve it. Does that make sense?
You deserve it. You deserve it. You gotta give yourself.
Oh my gosh, I just can't. I don't know, like, I feel like I don't deserve it sometimes, or it's just too much for me. Like, I'm like, because I never really had anyone to be like, hey, like, even with Arnold, like, he would give me stuff. If he watches, he's gonna laugh. But I would get so upset. I'm not upset, but I would just be like, why do you buy this? Like, oh, we could have bought this some other time, or whatever. Like, I'm just very, even me to get my nails done or purchase something, I'll be like, hey, Arnold, is it okay if I get this? Like, he didn't care. He didn't care. But me, I just kind of like, I thought it was something that I should do, because I'm just very like, I wanted to get the okay from him, because he was the head, and I had respect for him, and I just wanted, I know the budget we had or whatever, but, and when he would get me stuff, it's just, it really bugs me. Like, people surprising me, don't do that. That throws me off completely.
But why? Because I feel, okay, for me, I'm the same way. I'm not good with, well, I'll be honest, I've never had like a surprise.
People give to you?
Like, how, so in high school, all my friends, people always did like little dinners for them. Like a dinner surprise or something, senior year, whatever, high school friends. Yeah. So like for me, I never had that experience of like people thinking about me to make like,
bring a balloon for your birthday.
Oh, like besides Britzy now, right?
Oh,
but I'm saying like before, it was like, still today I'm bad. I'm terrible at accepting gifts, but because I never had people think about me like that.
Yeah, I get it.
So maybe that's where it comes from. Like you never had that.
Yeah.
So you almost are awkward with like when it comes to.
Yeah. Exactly. Though.
But deep inside, you want that.
I don't know how I react to it. Like I'm just like awkwardly like, oh, thanks. Like, I could get this myself. Like, why are you investing in me? Like, why are you getting this? Like, I'm so dependent. Like, it's just me. Like, I can do everything on my own. But I don't know why I can't loosen up. I'm trying to, but it's just so difficult.
Well, because you had never, people are used to Melissa helping out. Right. Like, I would never have thought, like, even when you would come around, you just had just ready to help in anything that you could do for us. And we will forever appreciate that from you. And we can never, like, we could, in all realness, we could say that you have been an incredible person in our life as me and Britty together, and just, you have a great spirit and a great heart, and we will always be grateful, and we do apologize if we've ever unintentionally or intentionally have not appreciate you.
No, I feel the love all the time, every time. Like,
yeah.
And I have respect too. Like, it's not like I'm up, in your business, or
no.
I know how to respect that, because I'm like that too. Like, I just kind of just not block people, just kind of just distance myself for a bit, and no, like, never, like, we're cool, like, never have I ever felt like that. You guys are good friends. I love you guys. You're guys, friends. You're family.
Yeah, family.
You're family. So
ready for Thanksgiving?
Yes, Thanksgiving. Banana pudding.
Banana pudding.
And that pumpkin bread.
Pumpkin bread, banana pudding, mac and cheese,
turkey, ham.
Marco, you need to pull up. Last question, and we're gonna wrap it up. My question to you, I always say this at the end, and my question is, if you could sit in front of the younger version of yourself, what would you tell her? If she was sitting right here, it was not me, it's the little Melissa. What would you tell that little girl?
Make what makes you happy. Do what makes you happy. Don't always try to don't overdo yourself. Learn how to say no.
Learn how to say no.
Learn how to say no. I have a hard time. If anyone asks me for a favor, I'm like, yeah, sure, I got you. Don't worry. Even though if I'm draining it or tired, and just to learn how to say no when I need to say no. To take care of myself. Keep being honest to yourself, to who you are.
That's a great answer. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
It was unexpected.
Yeah, things really made me cry. I didn't want to cry.
I'm sorry I did not have any tissues. I was not planning.
It's okay. I got my shirt a little dirty.
I was not expecting you crying.
Mascara's
I'm going to be honest.
Ruined. Isn't like mascara all over my face?
I don't know makeup like that. Ask Britton.
Brett, it's my makeup smeared. I'm my shirt. No, I'm good.
Yeah. We appreciate your time.
Thank you so much for having me.
It was unexpectedly. I forgot to tell you, Louis did poop in the garage when I went downstairs.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
gosh.
we're gonna have to go clean that up.
In the garage, right?
Yeah, and he put big old puddle of pee. And then the poop was like emoji poop. The emoji, like exactly like the emoji.
Took a picture of it?
No. But I know it was Louis. He put his little signature right there.
He's a funny little dog. He's a mess.
Yeah, so that garage stinks. Yeah. But anyways, I appreciate you. Thank you for coming. Hopefully we can do this again.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll have Britty, you, me. I don't know. We'll just talk about something.
We'll have something.
Yeah. Appreciate you. Good night.
Good night.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy Kwanzaa.